Hi, I was making some flight arrangements last night for another trip we're taking in August. My wife and I are headed to Hawaii for the first time for a week. Our daughter asked us to come. She's taking care of where we're staying. She's renting a house, and there's a smaller house on the property for two people, and so my wife and I are going, and we were making our plans, buying our tickets last night. And I was just thinking that, whether we had our own, pool of capital or not, we would have, in a policy, we would have had it somewhere. And so I'm doing this anyway, whether I'm doing it, meaning I'm taking a loan either out of my own savings or I'm taking a loan out of my policy, our policies. And so I'm just thinking that we're already doing things anyway in a banking fashion. Anytime you're exchanging money, it's somewhat of a banking function. You're agreeing to pay something for something in return, and so we're already doing these kinds of things, like I've mentioned before in previous times I've talked, that we put up a new fence around our yard. We put this addition on last summer. We've done a number of other things, and we've used policy loans for that, and then we put the money back into the policy later, just like we would with our own savings account at a regular bank. So I'm already doing this anyway. But the difference is when I take the money out of my commercial bank down the street, take it out of savings, the interest stops. Now, to be fair, when I take that, I don't actually have a loan against that money, except that it's an opportunity cost that I have missed, right? That now that money is gone to do something else. So there is a cost to it when you pull money out. But when I pull it out of my policy, yes, I'm taking it against, we're taking it out of the general fund of the insurance company, and therefore I do have a loan and there's interest. And like I mentioned in my previous video, that I'm also getting interest and dividends every year. Dividend, again, to clarify, is not guaranteed, but they paid him for 150 years. So it's probably going to happen each year. So the point is that I'm buying these things, whether it's, if I'm taking a trip, like last night, making that plan with the airline tickets, whether I'm taking a loan for something else, a car, this edition, or if I want to make an investment. Yes, I could take it out of a banking savings account, but if I take it out of a policy, in other words, if the money has been put there previously, and I take that to make an investment, that money my money continues to grow that I put in there, because it never ever leaves the policy until you die. Or, as somebody mentioned today, was 121 when it endows, and then they send you a check, right? But anyway, I just want to have you think about how you're doing these things. You're living, doing things anyway. Where is the best place to store your money that has a perpetual growth, that is safe and certain? I mean, we take risks in all areas of our lives, right? We take a risk by buying a home, buying a car, making an investment, going into the stock market, all kinds of things that we do that are risky. This virtually has no risk, right? Except that you're going to die, all right? You can't prevent that. There is no risk. It can be a foundation. I like to think of it as the foundation from which everything else can come from. So you take a loan for an investment, and 3 years later, you sell that investment and make a profit, and you pay back the loan plus some interest on top of that, because you would probably do that with a regular bank anyway. So to be fair to yourself, you should do that as well. Anyway, so you get to decide, when you have the pool of capital that you have access to, you get to decide whether to go down to the conventional bank, which sometimes can be advantageous, or you can take it from your policy, which can also be advantageous depending on the situation. But at least you have choices. When you have it at a savings bank, that's it. You can get a loan, with them, but then you lose control, meaning that they set the terms. They ask for the 2 years of tax returns, job security, income, and all of that. But with the policy, you just decide when you're going to pay it, how much you're going to pay, and all of that back into the policy. So I was making those plans, thinking that that's what we're doing already in our lives. And we're doing it all the time, throughout our lives, just about to the very end, right? If you're healthy and you're still moving, which I hope that you do take care of yourself, and to be able to have that flexibility to tap into your own intuitive voice, so to speak, of what's the best thing for me and what's the best thing for my family. The thing that the bank down the street doesn't give you is that they don't give you a death benefit when you open up a savings account. And with this, there is that safety to a degree, right? You can max it out and equal your human life value. That can sometimes take time, or you can do it immediately. It's completely up to your discretion. So, and your ability to be able to do that. And so that's really the short of it, is that we're already doing this, but this has a safety net around it. It's not risky. Once you have that contract in place, you make those premium payments, that insurance company is on the hook. They're obligated to pay that death benefit should anything happen to you. But in the meantime, you get to use the cash value in your life. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. And that's a wrap. If you could do me a favor and subscribe, like, share this video. I really would like to get this messages out about whole life. Most people are misguided in their understanding about it just because everybody around them is misguided. There's been quite a machine out there for many, many years in advertising and whatever that talks about how it's not a good thing. But I'm going to just say that I thought it was just something else. I didn't really know what it was until I got into it. So if you could please share this, subscribe, like, make comments, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call or email or text, however you'd like to contact me. I think that all of us deserve a better life. Anyway, be well. Until next time, thank you.